Good morning and welcome back to the channel.
Where we left off, we were near Camp 97, which was around near the start of the Selwyn Ranges. You could see the Selwyn Ranges. So they've continued on from around Camp 97 and heading north. They've named Little Burke River. This is up near Duchess, so they've crossed there and still following north, looking at the Selwyn Ranges, which would have been a formidable task going through there. I have been through some of those parts. I worked in mining a little bit north of this area, and I've driven road trains around through this region. So I know what the terrain is like, and I know what the area is like. It is unforgiving. If you're not prepared, it's going to bite you. So poor old horses and the camels were suffering by the time they ventured into the Selwyn Ranges. Burke's favourite horse,
Billy,
was already suffering. All the animals were fatigued. They're carrying large loads. Most of the times the fellows themselves, the team, are on foot because of the weight that the animals were carrying, the horse and the camels. And poor old Billy, as he's venturing through the Selwyn Ranges, ends up being cut up. Just scratches and cuts from rocks. They're pretty jagged and the area is gnarly. The camels, as they progressed through the Selwyn Ranges, were sweating, not just from the loads they were carrying, but from fear. When you see what this country is like, and I've put the eye in the sky a few spots to give you a vague idea, the Selwyn Ranges stretches east to west a considerable distance. I don't know what the exact distance is, a fair way. Pretty much east of Cloncurry and west of Mount Isa. And that's over 100 kilometres between those two centres. How far south the ranges extend, I'm not exactly sure, but I would put it somewhere in the region of about 50 or 60 kilometres. So there's a hell of a lot of ridges that we've got to get through, and pretty gnarly, rough country, rocky. This is not where camels are comfortable. As I said earlier on in one of the videos there, they've put boots on the camels to try and protect their feet. To some degree they worked, others are a bit of a pain. So they've managed to get part the way through the Selwyn Ranges, and we've travelled down into a place called Fountain Springs, and that is stunning, absolutely stunning. Part of the Selwyn Ranges.
Fountain Springs, what an amazing place.
The camps from 99 to 102 are fairly close together, purely and simply because the going was so rough. They weren't making the mileage that they had hoped to. Burke was quite disappointed about that. For the first time crossing through the Selwyn Ranges, he was not his optimistic self. When we went into Fountain Springs, there's a lot of mining activity from years gone by in there, and they're still currently doing some mining.
Copper.
That's right, copper. It's, again, hard country, but there was a number of mines and created small communities and that through there that were well supported in the day. In the early turn of the 19th century through to just after the First World War, post World War One. They continued up past the Barclay Highway, heading north to the Gulf country. So we've gone in through Cloncurry and are now just slightly north of Cloncurry, where we've camped on the side of the road. So today we'll make our way towards Normanton. Depending on how we go and what we see, we may get there this afternoon, but we may just take it nice and steady.